Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about whatever is on your mind. Now, this is a stream, if it's your first time here, where we just kind of talk about whatever in the way of smart home stuff and whatever's going on in the world of tech. No agenda, nothing planned. We just see where the conversation goes. To the regular folks, thank you guys for coming back. I love doing this stream. I think we're coming up on 6 years now of doing this stream. It's insane. So I appreciate you guys, all of you who have been here from the beginning. Thank you. And to all the new folks, welcome. And I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Last weekend, busy, being the Super Bowl and all. So it's kind of nice to have a nice quiet weekend. So let me know what's going on in your guys' world. I'm going to jump right in the comments. I do need to make sure that I try to keep it around an hour today because my wife is off with my youngest at a dance convention, and then I need to take care of some stuff with my oldest. So yeah, I gotta try to be good. But let's jump in. Nick, good morning and happy Saturday to you. I hope you're doing well. And are you freezing? You're freezing where you're at, right? I picture it, I'm like, how's the kitchen treating you, man? That was a good looking kitchen. Bill Wilson, everyone get your tech questions ready. Bill, I appreciate you, man. And thank you very much for helping keep me on track during these streams. Bill is the official timekeeper of the Craig's Tech Talk channel. Gives me some alerts in the chat, which is perfect. It helps me realize how much I've been babbling. And then he'll also help reach out on Discord. So thank you very much, Bill. Devon, good morning to you. Larry Brown was at our member stream before this. Good morning, Larry. We're talking about Echo Studios and how you can't pair them over Bluetooth and different things. So, enthused. Hello. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. Hello to you, and thank you for putting that out. It's nice to see that message out. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. Larry, hit that like button or your teeth will fall out. It's right next to flossing. Your dentist will tell you gotta floss and you gotta hit that like button. It's your teeth, though. We gotta let you risk them if you like. Not David, not now, David. Hi, everyone. Hi, Craig. Hope family's doing well. Just got back from Costco. 130 pounds spent. Oh, so it was a cheap day at Costco. Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you and Andrea are doing well. Costco run on a weekend. That's a brave move. But yeah, 130 pounds at Costco. I feel like you got off easy. That sounds like one of my trips versus one of my wife's. So, it's like anytime I leave Costco under $200, I feel like it's a win. William, hey William, welcome. Your message is retracted. Oh, cool. We'll see it there. Got another one. Curtis, hello Curtis, welcome. Brian, hey Brian. Good morning from Phoenix area. Phoenix, hope you're doing well, man. Close friend is out in Phoenix and Maricopa. Actually, I think they moved. So good friend, I think he moved. No, anyways. Yeah, my brain is scattered today. Channel for fans 15. What's up? I'm out in the car at the Mo. It's awesome. Very cool. And yeah, thank you for watching from the car. I always appreciate you guys watching and being a part of your day and the idea of going mobile or wrapping up the evening. You know, David and Andrea, I appreciate you guys. All of you guys here. It's just awesome. John, good morning again, John. John, channel member. He's dealing with a whole inch of snow after a big storm last night. Bill Wilson. Hey, again, Bill Wilson. William, good morning, Craig. Snowing in New York today. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Snowing. Hopefully it's a nice snowing. You know, there's like that, it's a nice relaxing day snow. And then there's that, oh God, this is going to be a pain to deal with snow. So I hope you're having a great Saturday, man. John, Mike Q. Hey, Craig. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. You know, it's just my oldest and I here today. And my oldest daughter, she'll want nothing to do with me because she loves playing Fortnite. And so she'll probably want to play Fortnite all day. And I'll get a bunch of quiet time. So life's good. So Larry, we had snow in Missouri yesterday, William. So, David, we have a routine on our bedroom HomePod Mini where we put music on to relax to. Any ideas on how to turn off the light on top of during this time? Well, if you write it into you have a routine on your HomePod Mini where you put the music on to relax. Any ideas on how to turn off the light on top of during this time? Well, it should. You should be able to create that with an automation with both of with everything in it. So add an automation, add a time. Okay, time of day 10 a.m. Next. Should be able to let me grab one of the home pods. I pick what I want the home pod to play. Current volume, choose my audio. After you pick what you want that to do, trying to just see what I'm missing here. Okay, so the home pod, now when you write the automation though, you should be able to put the light in and select the light and home pod. Hit next, then you'll get the choice of, like, for example, what I have here. Let me get my overhead camera. I'll show you what I'm seeing, and we'll see if this is what you're seeing. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, oh, my camera's too high up. Whatever. Anyways, so what I did in writing... what you should be able to do, and let me know if this is what you've already tried to do, but when making an automation, you should be able to hit plus, add an automation, time of day, whatever that time is. Next, let's say I want to grab a scene, good night. Let's say my good night scene, and then I want the home pod. So actually that one's not even plugged in. So then hit next. Now from here, I have my scene, but then you should just be able to go in and change what you want to play. And then that should start your music and do your lights and whatever else at the same time. So let me know if that's the step if you've already tried that, but that's the route I would go. Hopefully that helps. And if not, you'll be like, dude, I did that already. So JSW Rebel, good morning everyone. Craig, really appreciate the Vision Pro video. I need to stay away from the Apple Store for a while. Yeah, the Vision Pro, we're talking about that. And just let everyone know, I did end up returning mine. And it's really, the reason I want to paint the picture is it is one of the most impressive devices I've ever used. The big reason I returned it is, like, for me, my eyes are really sensitive to intensity and color temperature differences and just lighting differences because I spent 25 years in the film and television and live event lighting industry. So I would deal with light and look at monitors and focus on intensity of people walking around and all that stuff for video work. So I noticed certain things that I don't even want to mention because I don't want to ruin anybody's time with it. But as a lighting technician, I noticed little things in using it that just really were kind of deal breakers for me. And so, yeah, it just at $3,500, it wasn't, the resolution isn't as high, or basically when you pair it up with the laptop, it is not as sharp as it is using the native apps. So big reason for me is from the entertainment side, there were some of those technical things I noticed as a lighting designer. And from the work side, the text when using my, mirroring my laptop screen, it's not as sharp. It's not as crisp. But all the native apps built in are super crisp. So at $3,500, if it's not covering me from the entertainment standpoint and the work standpoint, I just can't justify it. So it was one of those that I didn't find myself getting excited to put it on because there's just these few things that would just yank me out of the experience. So, but I don't want to ruin anyone else's experience because it's such a cool device, and I don't want my nerd lighting guy things that I see to chip away at someone else's enjoyment. So that's where, like, I don't want to make a video on it at all because it's one, I don't have, it's one of those, I don't need the headache. Some of it is, to be honest, one of the biggest things is I don't want to make a video going down my technical analysis and I can't show you because there's no way to capture that stuff. And then I get bashed by a bunch of fanboys who are like, you're wrong, you're this. It's like, okay, dude, whatever. So I don't need that headache. So that's where I'm not going to make a video on any of it. But yeah, just so full transparency, everyone knows I returned mine. If you guys, I do want to put this out there for you guys. Anybody who is thinking about getting a Vision Pro. Anyone who's thinking about getting a Vision Pro, I want you to watch this video. This is the best I've seen on them. I feel like there's too many Apple channels that have a dog in the fight that aren't gonna give you the whole picture of the Vision Pro. Because if they tell you what's wrong with them at certain things, then how are they gonna pitch, making videos on it consistently? This video is the best video I've seen yet in painting like a realistic picture of the Vision Pro. And because this is someone who's used like all the different VR headsets, so he knows about the field of view, the differences that like the MetaQuest has a wider field of view, like all the technicalities of an AR or VR headset. So if you are thinking about getting one, or want to know more about it, definitely check out this dude's video, because he gets into the technical things that I see that didn't work for me, but he actually covers them. And I watched a video from another channel. I'm not going to say who it is. No one in the smart home space, but someone that I was like, oh, now here are the big problems with the Vision Pro. And I'm like, okay, are they going to say it? No. Nope, just skirted right around that. And yeah, so just kind of skirted around some things. And I'm like, oh, it makes total sense. This dude has to make 7 more videos on this thing. So we can't really kind of tell you what's really wrong, some of the stuff that's really wrong. But yeah, check out Snazzy Labs. It is worth it, because I think he gives the most objective video that really points out the technicalities, where some of them are really downplaying how bad pass-through is, because pass-through it's pretty bad. I will say, whenever you see a Vision Pro video, mine included, that shows video looking through, I wish it looked as good as what you guys saw when wearing the headset. So, I mean, it looks nowhere near that clear. It's like you're seeing 1080p recording that's all been stabilized or whatever. And then when you're in the headset, it's like 720p. That's raw footage that hasn't been processed. So, but yeah, definitely check out that video if you want to learn more about it. But it's an interesting device. I really wish I could justify keeping it. But from the monitor standpoint, it just wasn't gonna work for me. And again, I hope people, if you have it and love it, enjoy it, please. But yeah, I love the technology. I will say that, man, watching a movie in the Vision Pro, I've never had a more immersive experience in a movie. And if you watch it IMAX, like I was watching Avengers Endgame in IMAX, and the depth, the IMAX movies, it's not like they have stuff come out in front of you, like towards you, like 3D movies, but instead there's just a depth to it and a clarity that was really impressive. And then with the sound on it, I am really blown away on the spatial wraparound feel of the sound. So I will say it is the most immersive experience I've ever had. Now, a couple of technical things pop in that catch my eye and pull me out of that most people are never going to see. And that's why they don't say anything. Now, Devon, I got a big announcement to share from Voodoo. What do you got, Devon? Share it with us. And sorry for the long Vision Pro. Another reason I don't want to make a video is there's so many people that bought it with the intent to return it, or, there's that group of people that do that. And I'm like, every product I've ever bought, I bought with the intent to keep. And I hate the idea of, I don't want to make a video, I don't want to capitalize on needing to use that return policy, you know, why I returned it. You know, I don't know, but that's just me. Let's see. Sorry for that long rant on there. Rex, good afternoon to you. Welcome. And David, it's currently 16°C, 60 Fahrenheit here in the UK. You guys out in shorts running around? That sounds comfy. Gordon, hey Gordon, welcome. John, it's 30 in Texas today. Next week, 80. How is it that it just feels like it's so insane all over the country with weather, man? Curtis, nice 18 degrees. We're looking at 49. That's about as cold as it needs to be. So that's Reese? I'm so sorry, Ressie. Good morning from Georgia. Thank you for being here. And if you guys are joining us, you have any questions about anything, definitely let me know. We've got great people in this chat that could also help with stuff. Yeah. Now, Brian, echo that too at JSW Rebel. Great Vision Pro video. Excellent insights. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate that. I hope that, like, I try to think about the impressions video, like, am I contradicting myself in any way? And I'm like, no, I really, even after using the Vision Pro and deciding to return it, I stand by my impressions video 100% on there. It's like everything about it that I'm blown away by is amazing. It's just that, yeah, my lighting nerd eye can't unsee certain things. So that's where I don't want to beat it to death for anyone else. So yeah, if you haven't checked out my Vision Pro video, please do. I put footage of me actually using it because it really, there's a wonder to this thing. This is the first piece of tech that I feel like has done something new in a long time. You know, the Echoes were bringing something new in 2018. You know, I mean, it's the iPhone in 2007, you know. And thank you, Brian, for the nice words about the video. Bill, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, wind chill, 6 degrees, tomorrow 40. Stronger people than me. Larry Brown, same here too. Okay. Did you get the new update for your car? They're going to let you have CarPlay in your car now. John, no, I did not hear that. No way. Get out of town. I have not seen anything about CarPlay on the Teslas. And I've tried to keep up with stuff. I will pay the $9.99 a month the cellular connection if it opens up CarPlay. That would be cool because yeah, the assistant sucks. You know, I hate that my car has its own assistant that it's not using. I'm like, give me Google, Lady A, you know, Apple, just anything but their own. William, so yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I hope that update's coming soon. I also hope the new the FSD, full self-driving 12.0 comes out soon. They've been testing that. William, yeah, Craig, that's true, but when you have to get up early in the morning to shovel snow is not that great. I'm with you, but I lived in Massachusetts for 2.5 years. I was paroled 6 months early and got to come back to my coast, but no, we moved 6 months early. But yeah, did 2.5 years in Massachusetts, and I had the blower, the snow blower. And as a Californian, I'm always confused why, like, none of my neighbors had one. That I was the only person, like, on the block that had them. Because once you have those, it's garages and snow blowers. In 3 years, I only cleaned off, I think, 2, maybe 3 cars ever in my front yard because I parked my cars inside. So as a Californian, those were the 2 must-haves: a snowblower and a garage, because I don't want to scrape ice. So all that. So I feel you, William. Yeah, is it the cute snow that'll melt? Gordon, nice Star Wars short. I worked with Harrison Ford for 10 years. In the 90s, I installed internet access on his Gulfstream G4 jet using 2 satellite channels. Gordon, that is awesome. Thank you very much. This was my Target exclusive. No, that's awesome. You worked with Harrison Ford. That dude is, I like that guy. He seems like, it's a job. It's a job. I'm an actor. That's my gig. I'm an actor. I love my job. I don't like some of the other junk that comes with it, So, and the fact he's flying and stuff, that's cool. You got to work, got to do that. Very cool, Gordon. And yeah, seems. I love the success that Harrison Ford's having now. Like, if you haven't seen Shrinking on Apple TV, oh, you're missing out. He is brilliant in it. So that is very cool. I'm glad that would be a cool opportunity. I would enjoy getting a chance to see him. So, Rod, hey Rod, I hope you all had a great week. Thanks for streaming. Oh, thank you for being here. Without you and all you guys here, I'd just be talking to myself or my wife, and she'd be rolling her eyes or glazing over. God, all this stupid tech talk. Is it JJM2KC? I feel like, JJM. You're in Kansas City, still not quiet here. I'm wanting to convert home control from Amazon to Apple. Just off the top of your head, are there any Echo compliant devices, bulb sockets that work with Apple? Yeah, one of my favorite brands I recommend, and you'll see their sponsored videos from them. I don't recommend them because they sponsor videos. I work with them because they're a product I would recommend. And that's the Aqara stuff. I haven't found another brand that works with all the assistants at this price point. So I always recommend Aqara because they have all the sensors you would want, and all their stuff works with Apple, Google, and HomeKit. So in some cases, certain things only work with HomeKit. But you look at the worst part about Aqara stuff is that you need a hub, and that hub adds an additional cost. But once you get that hub, it's like everything else in the lineup. $15 a door sensor that works with Apple's HomeKit and Amazon. That's a great deal. Switch these buttons here for that work with both. It's a great deal. So I recommend Aqara as one of the brands to look at for smart devices that work with pretty much everybody. So I'll throw that down there. It is an affiliate link. If you choose to use that link, if anything you buy after clicking on it, a couple percentage points go back to the channel at no additional cost to you. But yeah, I would, if you're looking at sensors and stuff, they're a great brand that works with both. I've never been one to buy just HomeKit devices. Actually, I take that back. I lied. These bulbs are HomeKit only, but when it comes to smart switches, plugs, sensors, I always try to buy stuff that works with them all. I just feel it's the way to go. Keep my options open, because in some cases, like I have certain automations when I was out of town that were written under my Echoes, so under Lady A, because they worked better using my Ring devices with that. So I try to keep the flexibility. Andrea, hey Craig, I made him eat a hot dog before we went shopping and wrote a list. Had to avoid all the good stuff. That's how you get out at 1:30. Yeah, my wife, like I text her, I'm like, in and out 32 minutes and only spent 172. She's like, how do you do that? I'm like, you follow the list. You follow the list and you don't look around. You walk quick and you follow the list. So, and you got the hot dog, so you got the food out of the way too. I do appreciate that. That's one thing that the Costco CEO is like adamant that will not change. That's their deal. So I appreciate them drawing that line. Oh, Jesus. David, I meant that light on the actual HomePod made itself, not any lights in the room. Dang it. I knew I did that whole long explanation, and I knew I was going down the wrong path. No, I don't know of any way of turning off the light in any kind of automation form. So yeah, I don't know about that. I think you just have to disable that altogether. Yeah, because I can't think of any way. Yeah, I think you'd have to disable that altogether. Craig, believe it or not, there are a lot of people that are returning their Vision Pros. It's a great product to use, but it's not for everyone. That's the thing, William. I'm right there with you. And that's one of those, like, the best example I would give is that the iPad mini, there's Jelly Scroll, and they called it. And what that was is, as you would scroll up and down, if you did it quickly, you would see a wave in the line. Well, you would have some people that would go, my device doesn't do that. And you would have others that like, yeah, it does it. It's no big deal. And for me, I kept the iPad mini knowing it did that, but I knew it did it because it was a fact. It was the design of the device. So every single iPad mini does it. It's just some people don't see it. And I don't want to be the guy to point it out because you were fine without me. You liked your device. So I really don't want to poop on anybody's $3,500 device that they love. So, and it's totally not for everybody. John, but William, how are you doing? Are you liking it? You digging? Because you got yours. What are your thoughts on it? Please share. I did find it's the first device in the Apple Store that they were very curious. Multiple people, like, it seemed like managers would come over and would like ask why it was being returned. It seemed like the Vision Pro was one they were kind of collecting feedback to see what the problems were, and a lot of motion blur, people getting headaches, stuff like that. David, I've seen news report that people have started sending their Vision Pros back. People complain about eye strain and neck issues. See, and that's the thing on it. It's going to be like, for me, there was no eye strain or neck issues. It's just there's hardware things that are related to headsets, whether it be a Meta Quest 3 or Vision Pro or any of them. There's just characteristics of AR headsets, and I don't want to rip them apart because if you love it, you don't need to hear any more about it. Way too much money to spend on a screen you attach to your head. See, and that's one of those, Bill, if you compared it, if you used it and actually used it in these ways, like if you were replacing a monitor, my $1,500 monitor, and then you're also replacing a $1,500 TV, that's how you can justify it. When it comes to the idea of ever wearing it around in public or any of that, that sounds just silly. To me, it's a device you use like right now. You sit down at a computer, you put your headset on, you do what you do, you take it off, you walk away. When you would go to pick up your iPad, you pick up your headset and you just watch movies, browse, do whatever you want. And then you put it down and you go about your life. Just as I doubt, and I'm sorry if I offend you, but I'm willing to bet most of you aren't walking around all day with your iPad in your hand. Just everywhere you go, I need to look. No, you pick it up when you need it, you utilize it, and then you put it down. And that's pretty much what I would say the Vision Pro is. Anybody going beyond that it's just gimmicks. It's just gimmicks or you're really obsessed and have a problem if you need content that much all the time. Like you're walking through day-to-day life and you got to flip on a YouTube video. That's a whole nother thing. But but it really, I give it 6 months and I could see it replacing an iPad. It would really be like an iPad or Vision Pro. Like that, it could be something like that. But yeah, it's very expensive. John, just like Quest, I need to go and get your eyes checked. And I know for me that I need to go get my eyes checked, and I already know my vision's off. I need to go check on another set of contacts. This eye is blurrier, and I factored that into using the headset too. And that's one of those things that made me realize I need to go get contacts, get a prescription for contacts, is because when I want to look all the way to the right, because of the limitations of the lens on the left side, my right eye has to do more and it looks blurrier. Where normally the left eye compensates for the right all day. So in those cases, your vision, any discrepancies in your vision, you'll notice it more in a headset. But yeah, that's... and then you could get custom lenses if you want. Leslie, I'm looking for the support number for help with setting up Lady A. Good luck with that. I would say search a YouTube video. The setup process is... actually here, what I'd recommend, if you want to find out anything, you're not going to have a number to talk to a human. They're not going to give you that. But you could scroll down to the bottom of the page, go to help, something else. Nope. Yeah, that's not what I want. Okay, that doesn't, yeah, you're going to have to just go through the help to find things. Because yeah, without logging in, it's not going to get you there. So yeah, scroll to the bottom of the help page. Amazon doesn't give you a phone number. They don't want you talking to them. What they'll do is in some cases where they can't help you by chat, they'll actually contact you. So they don't want you. Don't call them. They don't want you to call them. Brian F. Its Vision Pro is a 1.0 product. Updated software, eventual hardware in the coming years will make improvements. iPhone 1.0 was much different than the iPhone 15 Pro. And Brian, that's true. The only thing I throw out there to people is AirPods Pro or AirPods Max. You know, for their flaws, condensation that could develop when wearing them in cold environments, for their weight. The fact that they don't have USB-C, they're now using Lightning. It's a product that, for whatever its limitations, it's 3 years old, and there's been nothing but rumors about a new one. There's been rumors, about AirPods Max Lite. So an over-the-ear headphone that's not as expensive, that has some of those features. Where are those at? So I really hope Apple doesn't treat the Vision Pro like they do the HomePod at $299 that is a niche product. Whatever I just said. So, but yeah, like the AirPods Max, their studio display, they're all items that are high priced and just kind of left where they are. So I'm really hoping we see a V2 sooner than later. Big fan. Most likely the Vision Pro isn't available because they can't even keep up with US supplies. David, Valentine's Day was good. We went out, we had some dinner. Went to a nice seafood place near us that we hadn't been to. And, it was just a mellow day. Nothing going on. It's it's nice we have some flexibility in our days because my wife is freelance. I work for myself. So yeah, it was cool hanging out. Bill, 20 minutes. See right there. I'm 14 minutes behind and need to pick it up. Thank you for that. Hey, Laser Lips, your mama was a snowblower. That's funny. I like that, David. Question, Craig. When it comes to the evolution of the smart home, what smart assistant do you see yourself using more than others? I know you have both Lady A and Siri. For me, that's where there's two different things. There's smart home controller and there's smart assistant. Right now, to me, Apple is definitely the better smart home controller. It's not necessarily the better assistant, but for me too, I don't talk to Lady A. And the reason why is they've kind of made it where it's annoying to talk to. You're like, hey, I would like to know about this. Well, did you know we can then do this for you? So the handful of times that I want to know something, it's not that much, I don't know. I feel like they're two separate things to me at this point. Like an assistant and a smart home ecosystem are just two different things. And that's come down to Apple's done a great job at implementing new smart home features, but Siri's not there for information and knowledge. Siri executes commands. That's all I feel like Siri's there for. If you're trying to grab knowledge or information or told about your day, not the device, in my opinion. But if you want the best smart home controller, I think it's the way to go. I really hope Apple does get into the AI side of things. But the way I look at it, folks, is that you don't expect YouTube to take care of your Word and Excel documents. You don't expect Office to take care of your gaming and your whatever else. You don't expect all these other things to take care of everything. So I don't expect it from my smart speakers either. It's the Echoes are now clocks for the occasional request. I mean, that's really is what they're there for. If I want more control, I use Apple as a smart home. There's just more you can do with it. I'm going to make a video on that. Because I want to take the whole list. Actually, I should just do it right now here. Because this would explain why I think Apple is a better smart home controller. And I'll just bring up the Lady A app. And this, to me, this will be the big difference on whether it's a good setup for you or not. I need to get to routines. Okay, your routines plus, let's write a routine. Okay, this is going to be today's rant. So write a routine. Here's our action. Right here. If I could draw on the screen with this right now, all this right here, big fat X. All of this stuff, absolute nothing. This is nothing garbage to me. I don't need to be told about my weather. I don't need to hear traffic. I don't need a skill tell me about my day. I don't need news, navigation. Literally, big fat X. You could kill every one of these features except for controlling smart home. That's what I want done. So if all of this is important to you, Apple is not for you. You want your smart assistant. If you want a smart home controller, then Apple is important to you. So if you want to control a smart home, this is a smart home controller. And guess what? When you write automations, add an automation. Okay, so these are the things to trigger it. So let's say a sensor does something, just pick some random sensor and whatever. Now, nothing but smart devices. No tell me about my commute, no telling me about anything. So if you like all that stuff, then do not switch to an Apple smart home. If all of that is important to you, but if all that is absolutely, if you use none of this, then switch to Apple. The end. Rant over. But that's the way I would explain, the best way I would separate the two. If you want an assistant that's just going to throw a bunch of things into your automation and all that, then Amazon's better for you. If you want to just control your smart home, go with that, Apple. And JJM, I'm glad to offer some. So that was today's rant. I'm passionate about it because I hear people where they're like, but yeah, Apple Home doesn't do as much. You're like, it does everything you need a home to do. So just don't get the Car Cube. It has a habit of sometimes not working correctly. I sent mine back due to this. Really? Yours hasn't been working? Well, mine's been a little too sensitive. Question though, David, is yours the Pro or the original Cube? Because the original Cube, I don't think I tried that one. It wasn't compatible with everything and was a pain. Michael just bought one of the Eero mesh Wi-Fi systems, which is supposed to double as a Zigbee hub. Does that mean I don't need a hub for, say, a car devices I add on? Love your channel. I'm a newbie here. Michael, thank you very much, and I appreciate you being here. You do need an Aqara hub for their devices. The Zigbee hub built in is going to be used with other Zigbee devices that don't require a hub, or that don't require a specific hub. Like, for example, you can take a Philips bulb that's Zigbee and you can pair that with the Zigbee hub built into the Aero router. You could take one of the Philips sensors they have and connect it directly. But if you go with the Aqara stuff, all the Aqara stuff says on it that you need to have have one of their hubs. So you just want to double check when you go and you look at buying devices that it'll tell you whether it requires a hub. And with all the Aqara stuff, their stuff usually requires their hub. And it'll say like notes, an Aqara hub is required and sold separately. So if it just says a Zigbee hub, there's a ton of Zigbee motion sensor. And you're going to find all different brands. Like this is a Zigbee motion sensor from Third Reality. And this one says Zigbee hub required. So that would be something you could pair directly to your hub. So, or Echo devices with built-in hub. So there's something like that. That's what you want to look for is just, I love Aqara, and big thing about them that's kind of annoying is that initial hub purchase that's required. John, I flooded my kitchen last week. I was going to put a whole house shut-off water. YoLink has one, works with HomeKit, and you not have to cut any pipes, and it's $40. $40 and you don't have to cut any pipes or anything that's a good deal. It's probably one of those bigger ones, like clamps around the handle and moves it. Yeah, that would be good to have a water shut off, because it doesn't do you much good if getting the alert of a flood if you can't stop it. I know when we were at Disney World, it wouldn't have mattered if my sensors went off on the floor that it was flooding, because there was no way to turn it off. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you're getting that. Devon, in a few weeks, Vudu is changing the name to Fandango. At home Vudu is becoming Fandango at home, making Fandango your single destination for movie tickets and home entertainment. That's interesting, huh? Fandango, that makes sense. Why not? Get them all different angles. William Craig, one of the things that I definitely love about the Vision Pro has to do with my workflow, as I'm a person that uses multiple screens on a daily basis. It's fantastic when it comes to work. Now, William, are you using it with the, are you mirroring your laptop screen? And if so, what are you primarily using your laptop screen for? Because that was one of the areas that all the different screens are amazingly sharp. It was like when it came down to using the laptop screen, mirroring it, when going to going to Amazon here, in a web browser, the text with a little left to right head movement, I would notice a little blurring there. So it was a smoothness step down when mirroring my screen. But then everything else text related in Windows, like I show in my video, all that stuff was super sharp when it came to text. So I'm curious on your use case, because that was one of the things that was really nice, was having all the different windows open and they were all so crisp and sharp. It was just that transfer speed or whatever needed to mirror the laptop screen. There you go, Gordon, throwing out the bait. With Vision Pro, you can watch Newsom's speeches without distraction. I watch on the moon, because sometimes I feel like I'm living there, hearing some of the stuff that goes on in my state. That's funny, Gordon, throwing it out there. The governor, hey, watch out. Y'all be careful. You're going to get a taste of Newsom. President Newsom. David, keeping an eye on Ring camera subscription prices. If they keep going too high, might look at ditching them and going to Eufy instead. Yeah, that's a tough one though, David. It's such a hard one. Like for me, I'm just like, okay, it's just one more subscription going up. I'm not canceling Discovery Plus. Well, not Discovery, but I'm not canceling whatever the latest subscription is that went up. So now it's just Ring's turn to charge me a little more. The thing though, David, is I want I'm sticking with Ring now because I want someone who's competitive. Like Eufy makes great stuff and it's not going to cost me money, but then they don't have like they don't have the security ecosystem in the same way where like Ring has the neighbor app, and I like every once in a while getting those alerts that something's gone on in the neighborhood. So those, it's like, for its flaws, I don't know who's doing it better for a complete package with professional monitoring. You know, that's the tough part, is where it's kind of like how we let Facebook do all their garbage. Facebook, election meddling, all this stuff, but since they have your family and friends, photos and connections all at the other end, somehow we all turn a blind eye to Facebook. We're like, yep, they just blew it again with our data, but I'll never see my ex-girlfriend from high school if I cancel my service. So, you know, it's like, I got to extend that same sort of slack that, hey, no one's doing it better. This is what it cost at this point. So, but I would really love to see some good competition with I'd love to see somebody come up and take Ring on and get that kind of mass market adoption where they have their own kind of neighborhood network and, you know, can be trusted. You know, all the benefits of Ring without questioning what Ring is doing. All the benefits minus the sketch of Ring. So there's rant number 2. So I think that's the best. That's how I would describe it. I would love to have all the benefits of Ring without all the sketchiness of Ring. So, good news though. Yeah, rant at 39 minutes. So, good news though, folks. Ring is no longer sharing any information with law enforcement without a warrant. They can no longer just request footage without proper documentation. So that's good. But again, my attitude with Ring, and this is my attitude and why I'm okay with Ring, is Ring cameras always out, never in. They face outside. So if you want to see what the side of my house looks like where I need to clean stuff next to the shed, have fun all day. But I will never trust a Ring camera inside my house. So saying all that, you know, that's how I look at it. But yeah, Dave may want to look at Tapo as well. It is time to ditch Ring. That's funny. Yeah. JCM, welcome. Yeah, the Tapo, TP Link Tapo has some great HomeKit options coming out. And Curtis, thank you, man. Devon, Kansas City Chiefs has won the Super Bowl again, 25-22 over the 49ers. Yeah, good for them, winning it twice in a row. I'm like, okay, that's not easy. I'm like, good for them. Like, I have no dog in the fight for either of them, so it's like, hey, imagine knock it out twice. Good job. Now, if you're a fan of the 49ers, man, the Chiefs suck. No. Let's see, John, make a video on how to make shorts for beginners. How to make shorts the pants? Because shorts, the videos, I have no clues on, but I could probably sew you a pair of shorts before I can make a good short, YouTube short. So, no, that's one of those things for me, if anything, I love it that a lot of the gurus and a lot of the YouTube teachers have come around and said, yeah, YouTube shorts aren't the answer. They're not the answer. To me, I feel like, okay, good. I don't have to play this game where I make content I don't like, because that's what you got to do, is you need to make vertical short videos that people watch and completely forget about instantly. So yeah, so I know I've never gotten good at shorts. I know there's people that are awesome at it. One person I'll say, Shane Watley, he does great shorts. I mean, like, I look at his stuff and with music, editing, the shots, it's all beautifully done. And I don't have that creative desire to make it look that good. So I don't want to shit on shorts. I'm just going to say it. demonetized. No, I don't want to say they're, Chris, it's just not a format I personally like, and I love that I feel no pressure to make it. Because from a financial standpoint, it's not the best choice. For an interactive engagement thing, it's being found to not really be the best way to engage. This is better. Watching me say something for 60 seconds, then flipping past is, and hey, FYI, rant at 39 minutes. So, boy, 11 minutes behind. David, I've had to toggle off more Echo Show contents, including telling me which apps and devices I've used lately. David, I am with you. And David, that just made me remember, no video tomorrow, but we have a special video, 6 a.m. on Wednesday. 6 a.m. on Wednesday, and it definitely, special video next week. And I can't say too much, but what you're saying, David, I've noticed less of an issue. I've actually noticed less of an issue in this particular case, but all the ad stuff is getting out of control on the Echoes, and yeah. So, it's really annoying that it just seems to be more and more stuff. But yeah, please look out for the video on Wednesday. You'll understand what I mean. But yeah. John, Apple works a lot like Habitat. You can do a lot more automations the way you like it. That's the thing, and that's where it's one of those that I just don't like. I don't like bad information. That's what I don't like about it. I'm like, guys, just play with the damn thing. It works well. There's great stuff. Play with it. Like, I love the fact that I don't know where I have certain devices in which automations and stuff. But what is cool is that, like, using the Home app, my front light that I have right here, I can just do a long press on that, go into my settings, and I can scroll down and I can see any automations that device is in. I can also group it with other accessories. It's in 7 different scenes. So I can see what scenes that particular light's in, so I don't have to remember what scene it's in. Oh, it's in that blue and white video. Well, I can click on that and manipulate that scene and save it, and it was all done from the settings of one light. I didn't need to know. It just all flows. It's very intuitive and just kind of goes from one place to the next and leaves a lot of open options in there. So, but yeah, that David, the Echo Show content's out of control. William, Craig, definitely Apple has a home controller, is one of the best. I use Lady A as well as Google, but as a home controller, I would definitely have to agree with your Apple's the best. That's the thing, is the best assistant, like knowledge-based, is going to be Google. The best balance of features to assistant smart home, I'm going to say, is Amazon. The best smart home controller is Apple. So that's where, you want the middle ground of info and smart home control is definitely Amazon, because you give up smart home stuff if you go with Google. You go to Apple, you give up the assistant stuff. So, David, the T1 Pro. Okay, it's the same one as this. Yeah, I found at certain points this thing was temperamental. And then, like, I've had a good solid year and a half or a year, and it likes me. And then if I don't, got to put it down gently because it's super sensitive now. I hate that. Tony. So, hey, New Zealand. Hey, welcome, Tony. Thank you for being here. I haven't been to New Zealand. I've been to Australia a couple times. I'd love to go to New Zealand. Thank you for being here. William, question, Craig. I recently got the Card U100. It's a great device, but does it work with Matter? I just installed it for Valentine's Day. I don't remember if it has Matter support. And why do you want it to work with Matter? William. And I asked that is, just want to confirm the U100. I thought we had it Matter smart locks. Yeah, a car's U100 is the first smart lock to support Matter. Yale now has a Matter lock, switch mod. Yeah, so it is Matter support. And the reason why I couldn't answer that just off the top of my head is that Matter hasn't really mattered much to me. Everything has worked well on its own. That Matter feels like it's hit or miss. Like, I feel like Govee stuff has been a pain in the butt at times setting up with Matter. And then even some of the TP Link, some of their stuff has seemed temperamental. But then devices that are just HomeKit approved or Apple Home, those things seem to work fine. So yes, it does support Matter, but by linking the Aqara skill in your Echoes and it just supporting Apple Home, it should just flow without even really thinking about or needing Matter support. So I guess if that makes sense. But yeah, it does support Matter, so that the times that Matter matters is, to me, is like in cases of SwitchBot, where SwitchBot has no native Apple support, but Matter brings Apple support. Where like Aqara is all about Apple Home support. And it's about like their Zigbee hub talking to their devices. And that stuff's been so robust that the idea of Matter with Aqara and Apple Home is like irrelevant because it just works so well as is. But yeah, it's please. Valentine's Day was 3 days ago. Let us know how you are liking the U100. I set it up. I've never done anything with mine except change out the batteries twice in the past 9 months, I'd say. It uses 4 AA batteries. So yeah, it's been solid for me. But yeah, it is a Matter lock. I just feel like I wouldn't take the Matter approach to setting up things still. Like, I feel like it just still doesn't feel worked out. Lawrence, comes to our streams, he's like the king of Matter. But yeah, I just, the Matter thing has helped bring non-Apple compatible devices into the fray. But if it's something that already works with Apple, I don't even really think about it. But yeah, going into Matter accessories under Apple Home, here's my Matter accessories. I don't know what's what. It's like, to me, this doesn't really mean anything. It's just they're visible things under Matter, so I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really gotten to... Matter hasn't played a big as part as I thought it would be by this point. Weather. Hey, V, welcome. Weather above average in England now, 36 Fahrenheit, still cold. Hope everything's going good at your place. Yeah, everything's good. We've had crazy weather. Supposed to be some more storms coming in. See, yeah, my place is scarier during wildfire season, where there's a lot of other parts of LA that are scarier now because of the flooding and stuff. Question: why can't most hubs be updated with Matter? Is Matter only software? No, Matter also requires the Bluetooth side of things. It's like Matter encompasses more than just software to it. And you got to think about, a lot of these devices are built as cheap as possible, where like Aqara stuff, they went through the HomeKit certification and the requirements to meet HomeKit standards. Philip Hue, they went through that process. So now those things Matter, they're basically already Matter compliant because Matter is based off of HomeKit. A good part of Matter is HomeKit. So all those devices that didn't work with HomeKit don't work with Matter. And it's not a software update, it's a hardware update too. So that's the thing, is a lot of people don't realize this, is that Matter is HomeKit. Apple didn't lower their bar to meet Wi-Fi standards. All those Wi-Fi toys and standards devices and all that stuff has to meet the Matter standard, which is Apple's old standard. So it's one of those things that it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's why stuff doesn't get work. So it's easy for Apple devices to do a parallel move over to Matter, but someone like Wise didn't make the hardware or their device compatible for that parallel move. 45 minutes, 15 minutes late. Okay, getting it together. X is only Trump now. I have not been on Twitter in a month and a half. I keep saying I'll go back on, but it has been a month and a half since I've been on Twitter. It was like beginning of January. It was like I just didn't go on anything, and I haven't been on Twitter, Instagram, anything. It's been only YouTube. But yeah. William, no, definitely when it comes to different windows, in certain cases, I do see a blur. When it comes to Microsoft Suite, it works great, especially when you use a lot of Apple products text-wise. Yeah, and you know what, though, William? What I did like is that Microsoft already has their apps native, that you got the Microsoft apps coming. And the more of those native apps that you can use that are being ran on the headset, oh, the better. That's awesome. Yeah, that I could see that the Microsoft stuff coming in handy. It's pretty crazy. You can open up Keynote, and you just design a Keynote presentation within there, and you're using the native app, and it's crystal clear, and it looks awesome, and yeah, very usable in that sense. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I totally see that the Microsoft stuff's going to come in handy there. David, that's a lot of Ring features in the UK that we can't have due to data protection. Lady Guard is gone. The neighbor feature was never switched on here. See, that makes total sense. Yeah, without that stuff, and if you don't have a good basis for it, then yeah. Andrea is currently building her Lego Valentine's present I got her. It's a Lego Roses bouquet set. Oh, I love it. Very cool. Is she having fun with it? Yeah, the Lego Roses. They just, yeah, oh, I don't think you could even see them yet. They're not on Amazon yet. The Lego, the Valentine's Day gift that requires a little bit of assembly, but they're pretty cool. So very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Legos, they're brilliant. They're brilliant on how they're branching out on stuff. But yeah, these roses, they have like 3 different designs built in, 3 different types of roses that you make, and you got a dozen there. That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. Hey, honey, here's your gift that requires just a little assembly. Let's see. My wife has a couple that she's working on. No, what I meant, shot HomeKit. Oh, I'm sorry, John. I lost where I'm at. Apple. I lost the. No, what I meant, I'm sorry, John. Do you know what Apple's going to update their HomeKit dashboard? I'd like to make my own type of screen. Oh, yeah. When it comes to a HomeKit type dashboard, see, I don't know how much more customization we would really see beyond what the current Home app is. What I wish is that some of this stuff would sync across devices, some of the customization, but I don't think we're going to get much in the way of changes to the Home app. If you guys don't use Apple Home app, here is kind of the basic layout on the iPad. You know, your different types of devices, the status of devices, cameras, scenes, some favorites. You can move around your rooms. You could resize some cameras. But I don't see them adding much more than this, than changing it up. It would be cool if they could implement a remote app. Be nice if, yeah, you could implement like an Apple TV remote and some other stuff. Um, uh, and now this. Good afternoon, Craig. I'm glad I could finally catch a lot. Thank you for being here. Let me know if there's any questions or anything. I always tell myself I'll get done quicker, and guess what I didn't do? Get done quicker. So, V, I wish I have an Apple Vision Pro just about out of my range of spending at the moment. New would be great, and any problems will be resolved and update of future iterations. Yep, that's the thing. It's only going to get better, and I really think when you say special video, hope you're fully clothed. Oh my God, I put more clothes on for special videos. Yeah, the Vision Pro, it's such a personal device that it's one of those things that some people are going to love it. Other people are going to have the physical thing's going to be uncomfortable, but I think that no one can deny what they're seeing is amazing when you put that thing on. That my wife puts it on. She's looking at it like, oh my God, that's incredible. But then she's like, this is going to give me a headache. So no way she would ever spend $3,500 on it. But if you look at it, it's like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's whether your head, your wallet, or your use cases can support this. So, Jeff, hey Jeff, welcome. John, do you know, yeah, I have no idea what Apple's going to do. I am curious what people mean, or some of the rumors mean that Apple iOS 18 may become more like Vision OS. I don't know. I'm not seeing features necessarily out of the Vision OS that I really see needing moved over to iPads and iPhones. So I don't know. Yeah, with the UI and all that. I don't know. I totally lost my train of thought. I have no idea what Apple's going to do for updates, and I wouldn't know where to guess it could go. Like for Vision Pro, yeah, like I don't see features that would get moved over into Apple's other devices. One thing I'll throw out there that I thought was a very interesting video that from Front Page Tech. They were talking about the Vision Pro. Oh, Apple has a big secret. This video. And this video right here, this guy's talking about Apple AI and comparing it to the Vision Pro, and how Apple basically had been dropping breadcrumbs about the Vision Pro for the past 5-10 years. Like when you open up your iPhone app and you can go to the Apple store and you can make the iPad appear on your desk and you can look at it and there's an AR version of your iPad. All that stuff was like beta testing for Vision Pro. So I just put that video in there because it made me think about it, that where stuff is going is like Apple acquired 32 AI companies like in the past year. You're like, where's Apple going? So if you look back on all the AR stuff that Apple played around with their iPhones and different things, and now you have a headset that's amazing. What's Apple gonna do with Siri and AI? So check out that video if you're curious. It was an interesting I thought it was kind of interesting. And now this, I enjoyed your Vision vid. I doubt I'll ever buy one because of price mainly, but I hope it'll be successful because I want VR, AR to truly take off and improve. Thank you for checking out that video. And yeah, I want nothing but success for the Vision Pro because there's so much potential in it that I'd love to see it grow. Bill, I appreciate you, man. Giving you the heads up, and I didn't look left at all to see that you're heading off to work. Hope you have a good day at work, man. And thank you for the times, because I do keep looking over to see how far behind. Depending on how old you are to wait, like waiting for a Marvel movie to be something to watch, I asked you before, does matter matter? And no, it does not. And no, it does not. Yeah, matter doesn't seem to matter at this point. It only matters when it only matters for new devices. That's it. That's kind of it. So, oh, Kung Fu Panda. Devon says 17 days until Kung Fu Panda. Wow, 17 days. God, the year's going by quick. We're 1 hour into the stream, and I am behind as usual. Gordon, I used to live in Agora Hills on Lake Sherwood. Very scary for fires. Yes, that's awesome. You know the area, man. Yeah, it's scary when it's drive. Especially I could see Lake Sherwood, and especially those areas of Agora Hills that are in the hills. For us, we're fortunate that we're not butted up against the hills in the same way. And even then, when the fires came through, they came up to my daughter's school. And it was kind of scary stuff. So that's the stuff that freaks us out. Lady A Real Shorts. Lady A Real. Hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. David, looking on Google, still no release date for Echo Hub. Yep. So, yep. Hopefully that's coming out soon. So we could see what that looks like. Because they've been talking about, like, I was on the email list. I haven't seen anything for that. Haven't seen rumors on that one yet. But who knows? That might be coming soon. The Techaroo. Hey, Craig, just wondering, did we have a rant that I missed? Of course there's a rant that I missed. I gave my Amazon, my Lady A routines versus Apple automations, and saying how none of this matters, and I would cross it all out. It was good. It was one of my best rants. So, David, at least with these flowers, they won't die. I know, that's the beauty of it. There's some flowers right up there. Those are the old Lego bouquet. I need to find another home for it. You might not be married no more after giving those flowers. Nice. Rod, as far as Vision Pro, everyone has their thing. AR, VR, just as a mine. Love new technology growth, though. And you know what, though? What it's like I'm trying to think of how to word this properly to not offend Rod. No, I'm not thinking of that at all. No, I understand why Apple is trying to get away from AR, VR. We all have preconceived notions about AR and VR. We've seen it in different environments. We've seen it in, we hear about it, and none of it really sounds useful. It really is a totally different use than what I have known AR and VR as. And I get why Apple wants to say spatial computing. And this isn't fanboy I'm drinking the Kool-Aid sort of thing. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid like I'm defending Apple. It's if you use it, you go, oh, there's some value in just having this right over there. And actually this there, and doing, and kind of having the things that you may do on your desktop opened up in a different way. I love the fact that notes, editing window, and all this different stuff. So it becomes a monitor, like it's your iPad in a totally different experience, your computer in a different experience. So I get why Apple is trying to stay away from AR, VR, because that already has a certain, we all have thoughts about that already, preconceived notions. It's one of those things, if I say cryptocurrency, your mind's going to go right to, not my thing, man. Or, yeah, crypto's cool, and I think I get it. I just get why Apple is saying, no, this isn't AR, VR, because it's like we need to get that out of your head and try to show you what it can do. That, it's more Minority Report that Tom Cruise manipulating. It's more Tony Stark than playing whatever, the Beat Saber. So that's, but yeah, I can't wait till it gets to the point that it's just got it on. They're just nice slim glasses, clear lenses, but yeah, Rod, AR, VR in its current state, I'm with you, man. It's not going to be a lot of people saying, especially with the limitations of the technology and motion blur and a lot of that. Once all that stuff's cleared up, I think it's going to be everybody's jam. Once it's thinner and it doesn't have a shakiness to it. Devon, 40 days until Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock Back to the Rock Season 2. Yeah, Devon's got us covered in all the animation. Thank you. Oh, David's rant. There's pieces missing from the flowers. No way. That can't be. No way. Did she throw out a piece in the bag, David? Beginner mistake at times. Hey, I've been doing a lot of building. You got to do the... Or a piece flew off the table. Us veteran builders. So I'm like, missing piece? Lego's so good about that. No, what I found, and I did a live Lego stream, it almost broke me. I wanted to just like break down on live, is when I built a Lego set during a Lego stream, and I thought I used one of the pieces in the wrong place, and I broke this thing down, and it was just another piece jammed inside another piece. And and it's just basically was 30 minutes of ripping this thing apart and putting it back together to just see the piece there the whole time. Okay, David, then as long as you've checked, then we're good. But yeah, Lego's they're pretty good about that. That's surprising. It's like that's a limited edition set now because it's missing something. But that is very frustrating. The one thing though that I've heard from Lego was like that they're very good about sending out any missing pieces. Apparently there's some story of a kid who got a Christmas present, and it was missing something from his Star Wars Christmas present. So the customer support service person wrote an email back as if they were a Star Wars person saying, we will have this sent out to you on the next ship. It'll be there in 2 parsecs, whatever. Went off in Star Wars speak to this kid in response and sent him off his thing. So sound like a nice, sweet story. But that does suck, and it's quite annoying. So, John, NASCAR started this weekend. I still need to see a NASCAR event. And now this. I wish tech companies would create something that'll be helpful for me, like a robotic assistant that'll clean, cool, and walk my dog so I don't have to when I come home, and gives me more time. Yeah, I feel like we are so far away from that. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, feels like we're just so far away from that stuff it's like Astro, Amazon's little robot dog. What is it gonna do? What do you do? You go to Target and you will see at least 3 rows of Lego. Yeah, Lego's become real popular, and Lego, they're smart, they're brilliant. I highly recommend checking out the Lego documentary if you get a chance. Actually, I want to share this with you guys real quick. I found this, and I definitely should wrap it up. I watched a video, a couple of days ago. I want to go to my history so I can show you guys. What the hell is it? It was like a brickumentary or something, they called it. It was from the Lego group telling the history of Lego. And basically, very, very awesome little thing. But I was going to throw it in there, so if you guys want to check it out. But Lego has become genius about building sets for adults now. Lego has never been more popular. And it's been just because of building these sets for adults. You have every type of theme now. Your wife's building flowers. You have art sets. God, I wish I can't find it. There was such a great... Oh, here it is. Yes. Okay. The Lego story, how it all started, It's a little animated story of the whole Lego family and how the whole thing was created. It's 17 minutes long. It was put out by Lego. 65 million views. This thing came out 11 years ago. I just saw it. But if you want to learn about the history of Lego, it is brilliant. The very first Lego piece that was made works with the sets built today. Like every Lego built works together. And that was started 60 years ago. So, yeah, David, yeah, going on Lego's website to order a replacement piece page. It's cool that they have that. Dr. Cole, hey, Dr. Cole, good seeing you here, man. I appreciate your follow-up on that comment last week. I was like, man, why is Dr. Cole, why is he being mean to me? I didn't do it. No, I totally read that wrong. I appreciated it. Yes, but yeah, I had the devil and angel on my shoulder when it came to the Vision Pro, man. And Dr. Cole, yeah, it was funny seeing your comment. But good seeing you here, man. The first mass-produced robot like one described above will cost as much as your car. That's the thing. It's like the technology that is in there is what it's going to take to really make something that can move. And, oh, yeah. And to be at a point where we can afford it, it's like all that stuff's going to end up going to like manufacturing first and all industry first before we'll ever touch it. And now this, I never liked Lego even as a kid. I'm not even a fan of the Lego movies. What? See, I'm reliving my childhood. Okay. Yep. See, why? Newbie build. Okay, so Andrea, I got called. I panic over. She found it now. I've been there. I've been there. New builder. You always lose a piece. You panic. You try to find it. You realize you're never gonna find it, and then you find it. So, and now this. But I'm glad you found it. That's why I was surprised. 9 out of 10 times when I can't find a piece, I know it's my fault, and I start ripping apart the set, and I start flipping back through the pages and go, what did I do wrong? So I did it yesterday building something. I'm like, why do I have 2 of these and 2 of these, and I'm supposed to have 4 of these and no of these? So, but I'm glad he found it. And now thank you, Craig, for doing this live and the help and info you give us. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you again, Bill, for all your help and giving me time updates. And I just enjoy these times. I feel like this is the chance that we can connect as a community, bring up what we want. And it's the personal side of it, not just videos that have been chopped up and edited. So I always have a great time doing this. So thank you guys very much for being here. I'm flattered that you would spend part of your day, with me on this. So David, I had the Luke Skywalker helmet and that had 3 pieces. Wow. Yeah, see that's like limited edition stuff, dude. You could sell it for more. No, that's a rarity. That is so limited. But yeah, I do appreciate it. It's like IKEA stuff. How often do you ever have a piece missing from IKEA? It's like Legos have built that consistency. So, but anyways, game over. John, I appreciate you. You said it. John said it best with the last comment. Craig emoji and a game over. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to get going. I am not going to be able to stream next weekend. I do have some family stuff I need to take care of. So the next stream will be on February 2nd. Yes, February 2nd will be, or February, March 2nd. So March 2nd will be the next stream. Nothing on whatever the next week is, the 24th. I can't even see. Have we lost the room? Oh, have we lost the room since we started talking about Lego? It's okay. This thing, it's an open forum about everything awesome. Craig, the worst set to build when it comes to Lego is the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars 75257. What? From Star Wars? Wait a moment. You're talking about are you talking to UCS Star Wars? Did you build that? UCS Star Wars Millennium Falcon? Because, yeah, the $800, or is that, which one? Or is that the different code? 75257. Yeah, 75. Yeah. Because Lego is cool. 75257. Lego, you can look by parts. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. This Millennium Falcon. Yeah, I built the one before. Oh, sorry. I put it in the wrong screen here. Let's put it on this one. There we go. Yeah, I built the version before this, the one with Ray. No. I built it, yeah, the one with Ray and Kylo Ren and stuff. So, yeah, the Millennium Falcon, my brother did the Ultimate, the UCS one, which is the Ultimate Collection series. And that Millennium Falcon, that's the one that is $849. This one right here. And that is 7,000, or is that the one you built the UCS one? Or no, 7,541 pieces, which is insane. my brother built that one. And yeah, that's a huge one. Brian, thanks for the fun show. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Brian. And John, yeah, 3-day weekend. I'm excited. I don't have to get up early. And Blake, hey Blake, and dude, yeah, we got to talk. We got to talk on Monday or Tuesday. We definitely got to talk. It's been and it's my fault. So, Bill, I'm at work taking down the soccer wall cleaning gym for dances next week. Yeah, well, hey, soccer wall, nice. So, well, have a good day at work, Bill. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. And yeah, three-day weekend for some folks. Hopefully you guys get to take Monday off. If you do, enjoy the 3-day weekend. Oh, season 2 of Loot coming in 45 days on Apple TV. So season 2 of Loot coming up. Yeah, that's a one, yeah, with what's her name? Maya Rudolph, I think. Yeah, but yeah. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys. Again, an hour and a half here. Yeah, we'll never finish after an hour. But thank you again. Have a great weekend. William, yes, $800 Lego set. Took me about 5 months and a half. 5.5 months to build. Oh, dude, you are a man. I appreciate you getting that built. You know what? The only thing, this isn't trying to be a one-upper. Mine took even longer to build than the one I did. And wait, let's see. Oh, but yeah, I feel you on taking forever to build. I'm jealous you built that one as opposed, oh gosh, why can't I find it? I gotta find it. And I'll show you. This was the most painful set I've ever built. And I don't recommend it. If I can find it. Oh my gosh, that's where I want to. I can't ever find anything when I look it up online. It's like I can't type when I'm looking things up. Okay, there. Finally, this is the set I recommend no one ever buys. It is the Lego Coliseum. 9,000 pieces of hell. That's what I will call this thing. Oh my God, it took forever for me to build this thing. You basically build like the same 2 pie wedge shapes over and over and over. And it's just tan and brown and tan and brown. It took me like a year to build this thing because it was so hard. I was thankful that my wife bought it for me, but I was so glad to see that thing leave my house when I sold it. It was like, goodbye. Never again. So yes, I feel you on that, William. You are a brave man taking on an 800, what is it, 7,000 plus piece Lego set. That is a beast. Oh, for the Star Wars fans out, just to let you know, March 1st, this is the new Millennium Falcon coming out for the Lego Star Wars fans. $85. It's a little smaller scale version. It looks pretty cool, so that may go on the list. There's also a new R2-D2 coming out for Lego Star Wars fans. Yeah, that's a crazy. So, David, 3-day weekend. What's that for? Oh yeah, President's Day. Yeah, get you guys some presidents, and you can have one too. The hell does that mean? Anyways, on that note, I think it's time for me to leave. I'm gonna get out of here. William, all you other folks in the snowy states, Bill, John, Larry, you guys all stay warm. Folks in the UK, try not to sweat too hard in your warm days. And thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you. This is always fun. And this is the part of the job that's not work at all. So thank you very much. And I appreciate all your support. And to the channel members, I do thank you. Do want to thank you for being a channel member and all your support. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys not next weekend, but the weekend after. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.